You are moving right along in our ActivInspire orientation class and already ready for Module 2 using existing content, Video 2, Smart Notebook, and PowerPoints. I think most of us will all agree that PowerPoint is pretty simple and most of us like it and can make a few things even if we're not real geeky. So let's take a look at what you could do if you already had some existing PowerPoints but wanted to bring them in to ActivInspire to add some of those special touches and interactive components that you'll be learning about soon. Now remember from video 1, you can just use your PowerPoints by simply using Desktop Annotate. In this video, we're actually importing them because we want to modify them. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have opened up ActivInspire, and this time instead of actually opening something that I'm working on, I'm going to import from PowerPoint. Now if you remember from one of our previous videos, you actually from the dashboard could import from PowerPoint, but this is just a second way to get there. So if you go to File, Import, PowerPoint as Images. The reason that I select PowerPoints as images is because I purchase a lot of my graphics on Teacher Pay Teacher, and one of the requirements is for them to be flattened when I'm handing them to different people once I make activities. I also like to use ActivInspire for the actual interactive components because honestly, it's like PowerPoint on steroids for teachers. It is fabulous. So let's just take a look at my documents. And I'm going to go to this STEM Lab, Forms of Energy, and I have this PowerPoint. Oh, he wants me to close PowerPoint before I do this. So I'm going to close PowerPoint and then try this one more time. So I have File, Import, PowerPoint as Images. You notice I didn't go back and erase that because I'm sure some of you might have the same thing happen. And I want everyone to know what to do. Then click Documents. And I'm just going to grab one of my PowerPoints. You'll notice that it's now taking my PowerPoint slides and it's about to import them all as graphics right over here on the left-hand side in my browser. Then you can add all the fantastic ActivInspire interactive components to it. And this is a pretty large PowerPoint, so it takes a bit. If you're doing it along with me, you might have opened 3 by now. And you will see that now every slide that I have has been converted into an ActivInspire file. Every one of them. Isn't this fabulous? So now I can use this and start adding tons of resources, which I know is part of another video, but let's just say that I wanted to use this and my students were going to come up and write with a pen. They could do that directly on here without having to use Desktop Annotate. I can clear just like normal. Maybe we're doing something a little bit more interactive, so I could make some flashcards to go here, maybe some links that would go to the different essential questions, links to some videos. Maybe I might even want a timer. Might as well just look real quick. The reason it's asking about indexing is because I uploaded all those resources earlier for the other video. I actually pretended to, but it still thinks it needs to index. So basically, we just pause for a moment while it indexes. It has completed its indexing, and you'll notice that I now have some countdown timers. So I could drag and drop one in here so that I could use it during class. Anything that you would like to add, change, modify can now be done, and it can be saved as an ActivInspire file. How cool is that? So again, if you want to use some of your old PowerPoints, you can simply click File, Import, and import PowerPoint as images. Again, I use images because all the interactive components I typically use ActivInspire for. Well, what if you were a smartboard user and maybe a friend of yours had all these fabulous smartboard lessons that they had created? They got moved to third grade and you're in their second grade spot now? Well, you can still use those with ActivInspire. So instead of choosing PowerPoint, you would simply go to File, Import, and this time you would go to Smart Notebook File. And you would search for your Smart Notebook file, and it would open it up much like what I just did with PowerPoint. Now, before you actually use it in the class, you'll want to flip through it and make sure that all the components are working like they normally do. But this is the quick and easy way to import a PowerPoint or a smart notebook so that you can then use all the fabulous interactive components of ActivInspire. See you soon. Have fun playing.